Hello friends, today we're making a delicious passion fruit tart. It features a chocolate crust and a delicious, creamy, tangy passion fruit filling. It's so delicious. This is seriously one of my favorite desserts ever, and it's also easy to make. If you like this video, leave it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week. We're going to start by making the passion fruit curd. Cream the butter with an electric mixer for about 30 seconds at medium speed. Then add the sugar and a pinch of salt to the butter and cream for another minute. Now add the egg yolks and cream until they're incorporated with the mixture. Now we're going to add the passion fruit pulp to the bowl and mix. The mixture will seem curdled and it will separate, but that's okay. Then transfer it to a small saucepan. Start cooking at low heat, stirring non-stop with a spatula. Keep cooking for 5 to 10 minutes. Don't let the mixture come to a boil and don't stop stirring. Depending on how high or how low the heat is, the time will vary. I suggest keeping it at a low or medium-low heat. You don't want the eggs to boil and you don't want the mixture to stick to the bottom of the pan, which will easily happen if the heat is too high or if you stop stirring. The curd should be thick and coating the back of a spoon. Once the curd is ready, pour it into a heat-proof bowl and let it cool down all the way. Place it in the fridge for at least 6 hours before using. Now we're going to make the chocolate cookie crust. With a mixer, cream the butter for 1 minute until fluffy. Then add the powdered sugar and mix on low until the powdered sugar has incorporated with the butter. Raise the speed to medium-high and cream for 1 minute. Add the egg yolk and mix. Once the egg yolk is combined, add the flour, add the cocoa powder, the salt, and vanilla extract. And then mix until incorporated. You don't want to overmix the dough because if you do, it will be dry and tough. You can finish mixing with a spatula so you don't overwork the dough. Then lay a piece of plastic wrap on the counter, transfer the dough to the plastic, wrap it and shape it into a disc. Then place it in the fridge for at least 2 hours. After the dough has rested in the fridge, remove it and let it sit on the counter for 5 minutes so it softens up slightly before you start rolling it out. Sprinkle some flour and cocoa powder on top of the counter, just don't go overboard with it, because if you add too much flour to the dough, it might become dry and tough. So avoid using too much flour to roll out the dough. Also, have in mind that if the dough is breaking up, you can always patch it up with your hands, like I'm doing here. Roll it out until it's about 3/4 of an inch thick. At this point, carefully peel the dough off the counter and move it to a tart pan. Use your hands to gently press and mold the dough into the bottom of the pie plate and up the sides. Make sure that the dough is not too thin. If it's too thin, it will end up breaking after it bakes. Place the dough in the fridge or freezer for 15 to 30 minutes before baking. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Remove the dough from the fridge or the freezer and poke the bottom with a fork. So this way it will release air as it bakes and big air bubbles won't form on the bottom of the crust. Then bake in the preheated oven for 20 to 30 minutes, once the dough has a deep color and it doesn't seem wet anymore. Now let's make the passion fruit filling. Melt the white chocolate in a microwave bowl. If you're using white chocolate chips, make sure they are real white chocolate. Most white chocolate chips found at the store are not real white chocolate chips. It must contain at least 20% of cocoa butter in it to be real white chocolate. So you can buy real white chocolate chips online, or you can use white chocolate baking bars. Also, make sure you don't overheat the chocolate. After you melt the chocolate, let it cool down for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, whip the heavy cream with an electric mixer over medium-high speed until it achieves stiff peaks for about 2 minutes. Set the whipped cream aside. Now beat the cream cheese at medium-high speed for 3 to 4 minutes until fluffy and creamy. Then add the powdered sugar and cream for another minute. Now add the melted and cooled down white chocolate to the bowl. And mix briefly to combine. Next, add the passion fruit curd. Now add the whipped cream and fold with a spatula until incorporated. To assemble, spread the filling on the bottom of the cooled down chocolate cookie crust, and then place it in the fridge for at least 6 hours. I chose to top my tart with passionfruit seeds. You can also top it with a meringue frosting or with some whipped cream. This pie is seriously so delicious. I hope you guys try it and let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching this video. Bye!